My little pony, my little pony.
Time for small horse time with horses.
Yep. Let's see. A lot of things happened this week. We have Five Nights at Freddy's 2 hit. World of Warcraft hit, so Sandy is gone.
I'm not logged in. I'm not in the game. I am here to do the show.
I don't believe that for a second. I think this is just Sandy bot.
Are you actually just in queue for your server?
No, actually, my server doesn't have a queue.
So you're not like Seth. I'm gonna pick a Z server. It'll never get full. Moo. I'm Seth. I run EQD. This is exactly how I sound.
He sounds tired all the time because he doesn't go to bed.
And then his sleep schedule is like, all right, I saw the sun. I guess it's bedtime.
I miss those
college
nights.
age, just bedtime shenanigans.
Oh dear, it's dawn. It must be bedtime.
Oh,
Wait for me in bed, Dawn. I'll be right there.
you can. Oh, hey. You can never get a sunburn if you always sleep through the daylight. He's going to have just transparent, like porcelain skin by the end of it all.
Well, he needs to get a base on so he'll stop sparkling like that, because, you know...
I remember the day when vampires didn't sparkle.
Unless they were David Bowie,
Yeah,
that was okay. Because David Bowie can sparkle.
So apparently there was a proposal for Labyrinth 2.
A Labyrinth Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Is an all polka themed version of a Labyrinth done by Weird Al. Dance, magic, dance, dance, magic, dance.
So don't do that voodoo that you do so well.
I would pay for that.
I'm for this. That sounds like a good idea. New segment is missing Blue Fast Hedgehog. We're not talking about Blue Fast Hedgehogs. But what we are talking about is ponies. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Bronyville. This is Bronyville episode 155, recorded on November the 16th, 2014. I am your host, Apple Cider, for certain. I'm sure about it. I'm sure Sandy. Chef Sandy of Bronyville podcast. We are doing a show today.
We are indeed.
Friends, and we have friends that have stuff to talk about. In this corner, weighing in with it is impolite to ask about anyone's weight. Hailing from the San Francisco Bay, happens to be one Sonia of BabsCon. What? Yeah, you're here. Are you caffeinated? No. Oh, that is the problem. I'm not caffeinated either. Halfway through this show, I'm just going to crash. It's going to be bad news.
Anyway, though, hi, everybody. I'm Sonia Lynn, and I'm the chair of BabsCon, because I'm a masochist.
What is your preferred caffeination?
Yep. My preferred caffeination, I have way too many, because, like, if the blood level in my caffeine stream gets too high, there's a problem.
But preferred. What's your number one? If I were to seduce you with a cup of something, what would it be? And I mean, like, coffee.
So many answers to that question, and I'm just not gonna give most of them. I would say that my absolute favorite is just a really uber chocolatey mocha.
So you're super sweet coffee.
Well, no, actually, I like it more bittersweet. To tell you the truth, it's the chocolate that's the important thing, not the sweet.
So you're just a Choclo fan.
I am a total chocoholic. It is true.
So that makes sense why you decide to enjoy the inferior cheesecake to the Boston cream pie. In this corner,
I will get you.
It continues. In this corner, hailing from, let me see, I don't see where his profile, but hailing from a different location than the San Francisco Bay, because otherwise we'd be besties, is one half of the Paper Ponies, Brian. Hello, Mr. Paper Pony. How are you doing today?
Ahoy, good. Glad to be here.
Are you really glad to be here?
I am so glad to be here, because I get to sit on this mic and y'all have to listen to me.
I guess that's true. We do have to listen to you. You know, you are a quarter of the conversation at this time.
Quick, turn his mic down.
I can't do it independently. That's not how this works with Skype. Skype, you've ruined us. Brian, what is your go-to caffeine?
Okay, if I had to, I don't like coffee, but I love Frappuccino.
Frappuccino has coffee in it.
It does,
like espresso.
but it's delicious coffee. It's not like the gross coffee.
See, I just drink it black. Give me any coffee, I'll just drink it straight black. Can't stop me.
Once you go black,
You keep drinking black. That's correct.
Oh, yeah.
Sandy, can you even still have caffeine? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you drinking Monster Energy drinks all the time?
Oh goodness, no. I drink tea.
that was another thing that we were making the joke about when I was contacting Brian for the to be on the show today. I noticed his follower count was 666. I was just like, oh, you and Monster Energy drink have something in common.
Yes.
Ew.
Our followers are beast.
And don't forget, Unleash the Beast. Monster Energy is trying to bring about the Antichrist on the Earth through caffeination of
Go check
teenagers.
YouTube. You'll find out.
Yep.
well, that explains
It
everything.
does.
Actually,
They'd have the theory. It's Greek numerals. It's
Just study it out. Study it out.
Just follow the money. It's all there. The truth is out there. Chemtrails. It's all real. We're here to talk about ponies, I guess. In between some of this rambling, we actually ended up getting a robo review from someone. Like someone's blog reviewed us, and they're just like, they're really random. It was just this weird little robo review of just like, they talk about rainbow rocks, like to ramble and don't stay on topic. I'm like, yes, this is all true. That did happen. Not a professional show. Yep, that's correct. Welcome. This is Bronyville Podcast 155. We've done this 155 times.
No, we've done it more than that. Just not. This is the numbered episode.
That is true. By the way, for those out there, I can go ahead and add it now. Next week we will be doing a show here, noon Pacific. We'll be doing Tabletop with Roger.
Yay!
Finally, and this is going to be it's actually, I've already been told by Roger Marsh, the maker of the Savage World of My Little Pony, that we are going to start doing, it's going to be the first in our series of tabletop games, and it is going to be a continuing story. Ooh. So we will have one long story. All he has mentioned is that it's going to take some time.
Ooh.
So I'll let that sit in.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. Every single time he gives me a teaser, it's just like, ooh, oh boy, it keeps escalating. Yes, but we have to go ahead and always double check in with our two returning champions this week, Sonia and Brian. So I'll go ahead and start with Sonia since she's first on the docket here. We need an update on favorite character and favorite episode.
Well, I'm going to have to stick with Twilight Sparkle, because Twilight is best pony. Love Purple Smart. And best episode, Pony Ball Z. I mean...
Pony Ball Z? Yeah, okay.
I mean Twilight Sparkle, or Twilight's Kingdom. Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm.
Hakeyame. Yeah, that was a nuts little scene. Just like, how crazy should we go? Like, I can just imagine the storyboards, like, and then they battle, and they just went, that's not good enough. Erasered.
It's like, needs more lasers and spirit bombs.
And it's like, hey guys, for once, we actually have a whole bunch of time here in this episode we need to kill, and someone wrote down, and they battle.
Is that really what was in the script?
and then they battled.
It's sure, as far as we know.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me. Absolutely.
I'm just glad they found that one isolated piece of geography that was like 1,000,000 miles wide, but just desolate.
It's a good thing, because I mean, those lasers, they cut pretty wide swaths.
Yeah.
In season 5, expect the entire countryside outside of Ponyville is this blasted wasteland.
God, now I'm just imagining as part of the tabletop, what we're gonna get is the like Sandy and AC just standing there on this new plot of land. It's like, this is where we're going to put the brand new apple orchard, and where you can put all of your. Oh, not again.
It'll be like Judge Dredd, Mega Ponyville 1 and the Cursed Earth. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Good.
Went
No,
a reference too far. I'm
a
sorry.
little bit. It's been. I actually admit never have seen it.
The new version is pretty good.
No, I was actually making just a generic Judge Dredd thing because it has existed since like the 70s, 80s, something like that. Because there was a thing before there was a bad Stallone movie.
Well, yeah, I was referring to the more recent movie, just
The more
called
recent
Red.
movie was much better.
Yes. He's
Brian
the
and
law.
Brian and I can just keep referencing Mystery Science Theater quotes.
Yes.
That's why I have a burger on the wall. And Brian,
Oh, and actually, let me get the gratuitous plug in because obviously I'm here to pimp the con. Gotta keep pimping the con. For all y'all who listen to and watch Bronyville, you can actually get 10% off any membership at BabsCon with the coupon code Bronyville10. Gets you 10% off. It's a very creative name.
yes, and you
Works.
should because it works, and it works for any of the. If you want to go and you want to be like, listen, I like Bronyville. I like using your coupon codes because that's pretty awesome.
It is pretty
Little-
awesome.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's my favorite show that you should use the coupon code Bronyville10 on. But here's what I want to say. If you're going to go to the con and you're like, listen, I like Bronyville 10, but I'm going to be getting one of the super duper crazy deluxe. Like, oh my god, I want to be a mega sponsor. I want whatever special guest to sit there and feed me grapes, which may not actually happen based on their contract, but still. What if I wanted this mystical, magical thing that doesn't actually exist? Well, the Bronyville 10 will actually still save you on that package.
It's true. Our top package is $2,500, and you'll save $250 with that code. It is true.
See, it's a steal.
It's a total steal.
It totally makes sense. Go ahead and get it now. Purchase the biggest package because you get $250 out of it.
Although grapes were against the contract, but kumquats seem to be okay.
Oh, good.
You get
Apricots? What's the feeling on apricots at this time?
We haven't negotiated apricots.
Okay,
I mean,
all right.
there was a little sticking point somewhere around peaches and persimmons.
Too many cooks. All right. Well, but we still need to get Brian. Brian, what's your favorite character, favorite episode, sir?
Favorite character still remains Pinkie Pie.
A good character.
Crazy party horse. And favorite episode has now been moved to Pinkie Pride,
Has it?
which is surprising.
Really good episode.
If I remember correctly, that's the Weird Al episode.
Indeed.
It is.
I think the part that's really funny for me though, it's not so much like the Weird Al's in the episode, but I just love the music from it. So I've been listening to like every song from that episode in order, like rock covers, remixes, the music as it appeared in the show, all that. So yeah, it's kind of funny. I love it.
Oh, cool. All right, and that's fantastic. So let's move us forward. We got sponsors here. We got two wonderful sponsors. Maybe you've heard about AudioStratus. That's a thing I've been doing. You can go over to audiostratus.com if you're interested in recording online audio. We are continuing our progress, so it's going to be roughly December before we see our first alpha. So if you want to first poke at this, if you want to check out and find out, start in our very most basic version of this crazy software that allows you to record high-def audio across the internet with none of the hiss buzz craziness that always comes from this crazy setup that I have to do just to get you great audio every few weeks. You can go over to audiostratus.com, sign up there on the email sheet. We will have a new website coming out shortly once I keep poking at it enough that I feel like it's ready to release. And yeah. You should go check that out, and as that continues to develop, I will let you know more as it goes. I guess there's this BabsCon thing that Sonya told you about, the Bronyville 10% off.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go.
Yeah, that seems like a con to go to.
Just as long as we don't get conned. Oh!
Hey!
Hey-o.
All right, there you go. Just drop the air horn.
You don't even have a soundboard, and you're making soundboard noises.
I know, really.
Shall I do the info dump?
Sure. You go. I mean, go ahead. We are now officially into topic time.
All right.
Okay.
So, what do you got for us, Sonia?
Well,
Give
first
us-
let's
give us-
give the basics. The 411 as twere. For those not in the know, and because they've been hiding under a rock for about the last 2 years, BabsCon is the first My Little Pony. Yeah, I can talk. Really, I can. The first My Little Pony convention in the San Francisco Bay Area. Woo! We were the largest ever first-year My Little Pony Con. Woo! We're the second largest pony con in the world. Woo! So it's all pretty cool. And let's see, this year's con, 2015, is happening April 3rd through 5th in lovely Burlingame, California, right next to SFO at the SFO Hyatt Regency. Woo! Go get your rooms. We were already halfway booked through our room blocks. So,
gorgeous hotel, too.
We should get that situated,
now.
AC.
Actually, I've already got a room figured out.
Oh, sweet, because top floor like last time?
Top floor.
Hell yeah.
Camping out in the conference room doesn't count, dude.
All right, I may have to put the sleeping bags away.
Ah.
So
we can just sleep under the table.
We've already announced the fabulous John Delancey. I believe we originally announced him on this very show.
I believe so.
Yes, we announced the fabulous Kathy Wedlock. God damn it, kill me!
You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Yes, Kathy Westlock is coming. So we've made 2 announcements, and there haven't been many more since then because life and Nightmare Nights, dude. Sandy, next year, don't steal half my staff, please.
I only stole a few.
Well, yeah, but then all my artists were in your alley, and...
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
But Ashley does such good work for us.
Oh, I know,
and she drew such
right?
cute cards.
And Sonia,
and
what
we're
that
totally
means...
stealing her for 2015, so deal
God
with
damn
it.
you!
Oh, well, Sonia, what you know, that just means you need to steal his staff, too. Because if you steal half of his staff, he steals half of your staff, it's even. That's math.
And
Yes.
the next thing you know, it's the same
You get at least a
exact
quarter
staff.
of your staff back.
It's funny how that works.
Complete satisfaction or half your staff back.
Please return the unused portion for a full refund.
No cash value.
But the here's the funny thing: we have a lot lurking behind the curtains. A lot of deals have been signed and agreed to, and all of that. So the cavalcade of announcements is going to start coming now that our PR department is, not getting married at Nightmare Nights anymore. And by the way, shout out to Borg and Cinder because you two rock and you looked gorgeous. So.
He got himself a catch.
Oh,
And
he did.
And he ain't bad looking either, so.
Didn't 4chan dub him the sexiest Brony in the fandom or something?
I'd let that go. Yeah, I'd let that one happen.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, Starry's agreeing.
Well, there you go.
There you go. If we ever need to give just like quick, Fox News wants to put a Brony on TV, put Borg out there, and they're just like, these guys aren't that bad. Look at that! Look at this guy. He's in a nice suit and everything.
And he's married to a woman.
A woman of age of consent.
Well,
And
Who has
she
a-
is not, in fact, a cartoon horse.
I'm glad we clarified this. She has every row of teeth that we... Let's just keep falling down this well.
And a full head of hair. And,
As far as I'm aware, she has every toe.
oddly enough, no developmental defects of which we're aware. So nothing to explain that.
No
it's
no children yet.
It's
And then
just
Fox
one of
News is like,
those
"Dude,
weird...
we don't even have a story here."
But anyway, so like I said, the announcements are going to start flowing pretty fast and furious now that we have a PR department and an art department back. Funny how that works. And
You've got a few months to go.
oh, well, yes, we do. So I'm gonna like seed the clouds a little bit, make it rain a little bit. We're gonna start with a little pre-announcement. We've got some big stuff coming toward the end of the month, but I'm gonna give you a little one. This is a good little one. I shouldn't say little because now I'm like totally offending the people involved. So we are going to see the return of 2 of the amazing people that bring you the comic book. Two of them. There may be more later. These would be Ms. Heather Breckel, the colorist of the entire bloody IDW comic, like all of it.
Neat.
Yeah, and her art is fantastic. And also Mr. Tony Fleece, who has been doing art, as one might expect of an artist on the comic, for quite some time. They were both amazing last year. They will be even more amazing this year. Unlike Nightmare Nights, which has a no repeat guests rule, we can't do that.
Which we completely broke. Because we had we had both GM Barrow and Mitch back.
And why not bring Mitch back?
Well,
He's so fun.
Mitch. You gotta have Mitch. That's the thing. If we did that, we would not have any guests. I mean, I'm sure that everybody would love to see a voice actor panel with Marika and Vincent Tong and Sam.
Vincent. Yeah, let's get Vincent Tong in there. Woo!
And all the other people that have been wonderful side characters on the show. But then we can't have anyone main at all because we had them all. So, or any of the main writers because we had them all. Or any of the main people in the comics because we had them all.
There you go. Announcements. Awesome. Woo!
We were tying it in. It's sort of an art thing because we just announced our art show, which is we're trying to bring a little something different into the pony world, which is not so different in the rest of the con world. But most cons out there, sci-fi cons, furry cons, other kinds of cons, they have an art show. It's not just Artist Alley. It's you go and see museum quality art, and you can bid on it in a silent auction. And this is where folks are going to bring their
top tier stuff. It's like traveling pony museum, except you can buy the stuff
that might actually appreciate in value over time.
So yeah, it's cool that you're going to do that because that's something we'd probably like to do here at Nightmare Nights. It's just we don't have the room at the moment.
Well, thankfully, this year round, after the way last year went, we were able to go back to the venue and say, okay, we need all the room. All of it. Because, yeah.
That's kind of our plan.
And so we got all the room. And sure enough, that gave us space to do a proper art show. We wanted to do it last year, but, we did just put up together a first-year con in 8 months, so a couple things fell by the wayside. And we're doing a proper art show. I know that there's some folks out in the community. Dusty Cat was really sad that we didn't get that off last year, so he's pretty jazzed we're doing it this year. And a lot of the artists are pretty excited too, because, like I said, they get to really trot horse puns.
Oh,
they get to trot out their best stuff. The real limited edition. Not mass produced. Hey, don't get me wrong. I will buy scads of prints from Leakfish and Citra and Chaco and Aphex and all those amazing people, and Ashy Girl. Don't forget Ashy Girl. And all the rest of my artists are going to be like, why don't you say me now? Because they only have 2 hours for the show. Anyway, but who doesn't want to get that really big, beautiful thing that you can just put on your wall, point to, and say, this is art with a capital Art. TM.
There's also the benefit that I assume that the art show is going to also house some of the stuff that may go up to auction, correct?
Yes, that's true. Well,
that's the good benefit with that. So go ahead.
The benefit to the artist, of course, is that they also get to sell, instead of having to sell $12, $25 prints, they can sell, one $300 print, which is made on proper, which is a limited edition, made on proper stock and all that. Or hell, maybe it's actually analog media. Maybe it's an actual painting or something like that. But yeah, also a lot of I believe that the charity auction stuff will be on display nearby. So there's that too.
So you can actually get a close look of all of it before you go into bid.
Exactly. It's amazing what a little more time to organize will do for you in terms of being able to make stuff cool.
That's a big thing because my wife and I always go to the charity auctions, and we always have such anxiety over, what do I bid on? But because I don't know what's coming up next. We don't want to blow our budget on one item. We might want the next thing more.
Well, that's a problem, and this actually gives us a lovely segue because we do have one of the fandom's most amazing artists, or at least half of one of the fandom's most amazing artists here in Brian from the Paper Pony.
You flatter me. Are Are we allowed to talk about the thing?
The thing? I believe that you two were both discussing a little before about the thing.
The
Well,
thing.
yeah, actually, people have heard me yabbering on for a while now, so, Brian, tell them about the thing, because the thing is cool.
Yes, I like the thing. I like the idea of it. So what we're doing for the super amazing... what, are you guys calling it Celestial sponsorship, or is it have a new name this year?
We are calling it main character this year.
That's right, main characters. Okay, so for the main character, part of the package that you're going to get along with the with the grapes or the papayas or whatever's in season at the time for your big package, we're going to do a custom run of shadow boxes for the same sponsors, and it's going to correspond with whatever main character is yours. And it's going to be kind of a custom deal. It's going to be one of a kind. We'll never make the run again. They're never to be resold. So you will have something that is entirely unique. And just like in our normal fashion, we're going to make it out of paper. And it's going to be really neat. It's going to be very sparkly. And it's going to be BabsCon themed, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so the way it works is, if you buy our top level membership, I'm starting to feel like an NPR begathon right now. But seriously, though, if you do buy the top level membership, which I know is pricey, it's $2,500. One of the things that you'll get is, as your swag, is a unique piece of art from the Paper Pony. Each single membership, we put out 8 memberships. Each one gets a character assigned to them. Well, not assigned. Actually, you choose it. First come, first served. And the 8 ponies were 1 each for the main 6, plus Derpy and Spike. So you will get, depending on the pony you pick, that pony in a unique piece of art from the Paper Pony.
So get in quick before you get Spike.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Well, how do you know someone didn't already pick Spike?
Ah, that's true. That's true.
I can't tell you who's picked what, because that would be wrong of me, but I will say I was really, really shocked at who the first one picked was. I was just like, really? No way.
Applejack.
Is this going to settle the debate?
Yeah, I guess this is a very unofficial way of settling the debate. So Applejack, best pony, confirmed. All right, good.
How do you know I was meaning Applejack? Wait, what about that makes you think Applejack?
I'm just saying Applejack. Applejack is a very fine horse.
Applejack is a damn fine horse. Can I say damn on this show? I'm going to say
yes, you
damn.
did.
You said lots of things already.
You sure did. So yeah, you can do that. That's going to be BabsCon. That's coming up in the spring.
Actually, though, Brian, one other thing. What was it you guys have planned for the giant, amazing charity piece that's going to rock everyone's socks?
So for anybody who's not familiar, we did a 6-way collaboration with a bunch of other artists in the community for the BronyCon charity auction, and it was a lot of fun, and it turned out really fantastically. So we're going to be doing the same sort of thing coming up for BabsCon, as well as Everfree and BronyCon next year. So we're going to be planning to have various artists in the community actually provide original artwork that we're going to run through our regular process and convert to paper. And then we're going to sell them as one-of-a-kind charity auction pieces. Because that's a lot of fun, and it's for a good cause. So
absolutely.
The piece y'all did for Nightmare Nights was great.
Yes, yeah, I was very happy with that. That was actually the first oversized box that we've done for a charity, which is, I mean, it's a detail, but it's certainly the biggest single piece that's been made for a charity auction so far.
So, who is the charity for BabsCon this year?
Actually, we're not quite finalized on that. We're still in negotiations with a couple of charities to see who gets our money.
Okay. All right. Well, is there anything else? I believe you have another thing upcoming that is very quick to finish. I believe panels.
Oh yeah.
That panel submissions is coming up, if not already finished coming up.
Oh yeah, this is true. Actually, applications for panels, events, musicians, vendors, and artists. Those all close, all of them, on the 26th.
Oh, so 10
The day
days
before
from this
Thanksgiving.
recording.
That all closes. Because, I mean, as it is, we've already had far more applications than we can accommodate for all of these things. But you still have a chance because we want to pick the best. So if you're the best and you haven't applied yet, after me saying why the hell haven't you applied, do so now because you might still get in. There is still a chance.
So, there's a chance we could do the Golden Muffin Awards at Babs? Okay!
There's a chance of many things. That's probably not one of them.
What?
Blah.
Ah, yep. Let's not have fights in person. That'd be a good idea.
Oh, so and just to get the other bit of pimping in. So yeah, go to babscon.com, go to register, go to apply, spend a lot of money, use Bronyville 10, and spend a little less money.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good time.
So you can go check it out. All right. Should we go ahead and roll forward to news? Or Brian, did you have anything in particular? Chef, I love that picture. that mounted dash plush is pretty cute.
That's just wrong.
See, I'm not sure how I feel about it because it's cute, and then it's like, oh,
It is. It's cute and wrong.
You just have the other end of her on the other
So
side.
I do have to give the Paper Ponies props. They did a mommy paper box for Animate Miami, right? I think it was.
yes, we just dropped that off yesterday.
And
Mommy's come away?
you
Did she lose her
totally
head?
did what I asked. They posted an in progress build of her head sitting off to the side, and I was like, yes.
We intentionally built her body first and her head last, just so we could take
Incoming
that photo.
spoilers for Madoka Magica.
Oh yeah, sorry, spoiler warning.
It's okay.
Is it though?
It's episode 3, guys.
Oh man, yeah, that Animate Miami was a lot of fun. We that was the first con we've been to in a long time where we didn't have a table set up, and it was so weird, just walking around, having nowhere to sit.
I know it's so weird to attend a convention and not be working it or vending it.
Oh,
like-
man, that was me at Nightmare Nights. I was like, what do I do?
It's like I should be doing something.
What is this fun you speak of?
Cons aren't fun, they are the work. If you do the work, it's the cons.
I can come and I can drink and no one gets mad? Or I can lounge around and sleep till noon and no one is immediately going to jump down my back?
A radio is not going to squawk saying, where the fuck are you?
Oh, no, there you go. Using the big
Just-
words now.
We're ruined.
Where the heck are you? Yeah.
Eh.
That's what I said, actually.
The Shazam.
That's okay. We'll fix it in post.
We'll never fix it in post.
Let's post.
Leap it, we'll do it live.
I'm now the one doing post. You can't trust me for anything. I could have told you that. All right, well, let's roll forward here. We got some news. There was some big stuff that actually happened this week.
Yeah, it's a little bit of stuff.
In terms of horse stuff. Let's start with this. The first one you got here. If you want to buy your horse books on Amazon, guess what? I guess you can.
Yeah, so this very long-standing dispute between Hatchet Books and Amazon has finally come to an end because both sides realized they were just shooting themselves in the foot. They came to some sort of agreement that is fairly unspecified, but they have decided to stop delaying Hatchet Books. They have put pre-orders back up for certain things. The only reason it's pony related is that a lot of the pony books that are being put out right now are published by Hatchet, meaning that you couldn't necessarily get them on Amazon early or easily. Supposedly. I haven't bought them, so at least off Amazon, so I don't know. But it's one of those things that, Amazon can be kind of a bully, but sometimes Hatchet doesn't work out so well either. But apparently it has come to an end, and so you can now purchase your books. AC, what are you doing?
Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
You can purchase your books and get them in reasonable time frames. Amazon Prime, that stuff.
Yeah, supposedly, from what I was hearing in other sources, Hatchet was actually able to negotiate a pretty much the ability for them to get a little bit more of a share than they were normally going to get. So that just allowed them to actually be able to handle that and take care of. They're pretty much they got the share that they wanted back off of Amazon, opposed to Amazon taking that much of a share on their end. So,
well, that's good. Basically they were both shooting themselves in the foot. The article that was linked off Equestria Daily states that both sides had seen a significant drop in their sales and probably realized, yeah, this is not working out.
And Amazon, for as crazy as they are, I use them all the time, but they still continue to be kind of solvent. Well, not solvent, but they kind of make a profit, but not as much as you would expect for a company like Amazon that I know I use at least like 2-3 times a week. Not a week, a month. 2-3 times a week would be excessive. Even I would have to say that's excessive. But yeah, I mean, it's having a little bit, scope out there telling us to buy more Amazon for whatever reason he might tell you to do that. Yeah, so they are taking care of that. So that means that you can purchase all of GM Barrow's books.
Woo!
Sure.
And how?
Yep. All right, next up. So Derpy's still causing problems.
She's solving problems now because she's officially a main character card in the CCG under the name Bubbly Mare. And they've trademarked the phrase Bubbly Mare, which is strange. But
Bubbly Mare.
It sounds like a nickname Berry Punch would have.
yeah, it's one of those things
Or
you just
Pinky, really.
take a Sharpie and write Derpy on the card just to fix it.
I think that would be fine, actually.
Yeah. If I was still spending money on the CCG, I would do that.
Just purchase that, take it to M.A. Larson, have him scratch it out, write in Derpy, and you're good.
And then it's canon. That's how it works, right?
Well, actually, I think if I remember the episode correctly, you have to get Amy Keating Rogers to do it.
Oh.
Sure. I guess you could. I think between the two of them, I feel like Larson is the batch editor. You can just send anything to him. He'll just put a stamp on it. He does it for Leakfish. Why can't he just do it for everyone else?
Hey, Flutterdash is canon now. Sorry.
I guess I don't how that.
No, Flutterdash is not canon. We have it direct from Ashley Ball that Apple Dash is canon.
So, yeah, that's fine.
So we're talking about polyamory, and this is just,
Well, I mean, from Ashley Ball,
then we,
that's
use another ship, and we use, shipper with Pinkie Pie or whatever, and we get the Just Experimenting goal in Twilight Sparkle's secret shipfic folder.
All right, cool. And then we get the changelings in there, and all right, that's 7 points. All right, good game, guys. Woo!
Yeah, expect to see some Babs related ponies making their debut in secret shipfic folder any old time now.
That convention relations meeting needs to happen. Golden Gates was the We'll talk after the show.
Golden Gates knows nothing of these relations of which you speak. Oh wait,
sure she does.
And I never
but yeah, they
felt this way
continue to
before.
put out pony cards because people continue to buy them. So that's coming out in.
I wonder
apparently they're also.
I wonder how Enderplay feels about shipfic folder being like the new hotness these days.
Crystal Game themed decks, Princess Cadence and Cutie Mark Crusaders. Huh.
And of course, completely missed in this is the fact that the other card is Spike. But hey, there's a Derpy card!
Yeah. Derpy's a kindness card, Spike is a magic card, and both of them have some pretty stringent... Like, Spike will never flip ever. I expect him to be incredibly unpopular.
What was that? When a troublemaker's uncovered, put a hero counter on that card. If there are at least 5 hero counters on the card, remove them and turn it over. Geez, so you just have to let a troublemaker sit?
You have to summon 5 troublemaker cards.
Okay, that's impossible.
Yeah. Now, Derpy's is when you confront a problem, which means she can't flip until you at least get at least 5 points down, probably more. So again, Derpy's, they're both really hard to flip. I don't know what the current metagame is, but I don't see them being very popular outside of the fact that OMG, it's Derpy.
OMG, it is Derpy.
That's all it takes.
She's not dead, even though she's Bubbly Mare.
Yeah, she sure is bubbly.
Certainly is a mare.
And,
Actual.
And a butt of steel destroys wooden planks with ease.
Iron plot.
Yes. If you are looking at the show notes, there is a theme to the news segments, but we continue to be safe from 3D CG DreamWorks face ponies. So the next step on the news was apparently there was brief talks between DreamWorks Animation and Hasbro for the acquisition of DreamWorks by Hasbro. And everyone kind of goes, oh god, DreamWorks face ponies, that's terrible, let's not. And apparently the mere mention of this caused both sides' stock to fall, and Hasbro goes, nope. Yeah, it was like they have ended, and I'm trying to see, it was like 5 or 7%. And DreamWorks was like, you can give us $35 a share. Hasbro said, lol, no.
Wow, 35. Woo, that's a lot of shares. Sure, yeah, you can totally purchase us. Just
Okay,
give us
so-
most of your company.
Basically, DreamWorks wanted $35 a share. DreamWorks' actual stock was selling for $25.52 a share. So DreamWorks was wanting a lot of money for this, and Hasbro shares dropped like 6% total about it. So the
Man,
board
they were not Kung Fu Panda fans.
Actually, I think this was. I just think that this was a great big conspiracy from within DreamWorks. A bunch of folks up there have Hasbro stock and said, "Hey, let's drive that down. Why don't we? Then we can buy low and sell high."
Are you talking collusion? You're talking collusion.
I am talking
Yeah.
collusion.
Yeah, the comment. Unfortunately for DreamWorks Animation, Greenfield wrote, the company's inconsistent creative output, aka they put out crap, and thus financial performance makes it hard to understand why anyone would want to acquire the company at its current market valuation, let alone the $3 billion plus valuation the management supposedly covets. So it's like, I wouldn't buy that for even 2/3 of what you want for it.
Not even for $2 billion.
But okay, hold on. But so you mean that the negotiations between Hasbro and DreamWorks are ogre?
Yes.
What?
What the Shrek?
I got it.
Check your privilege, JC. I totally can't talk either.
Oh,
Oh!
everyone in the chat, boo!
Oh, we had to get a name Shrek on there somehow.
Besides, I would have loved to see Twilight with DreamWorks face.
No.
Oh man, that's a dark path to go down.
Actually,
What?
it's funny. For me, this was a reminder that Hasbro was actually a big company, because it's like, wait, what? I would have, because for some reason in my brain I was thinking, oh, this must mean DreamWorks is talking about buying Hasbro. Oh, it's the other way around. Oh, right.
Like, this is what we'd have. The DreamWorks face. And yeah. No shit.
Yeah.
Between
There you go. We're all dropping the DreamWorks phases.
Into the chat. You should totally come. If you want to see the chat and the craziness goes on, you should come to streamup.com/Bronyville podcast, Bronyville-podcast, and you'll be able to get in on this nonsense.
It's real nonsense.
Yes.
All right,
Genuine
rounding it up.
Actually,
Last-
can I jump in with one little thing?
Okay.
Go for it.
Personally, and I know that this is going to be a controversial opinion.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We don't do controversy well on this show.
Oh boy.
I actually have a notion about who I think would be a better corporate partner to Hasbro. And bear with me on this. Stick with me.
But bear with you. Build a bear.
Yes. Oh wait, no, they're already in bed together, so to speak. No, I'm actually thinking, how about Disney? And here's why. For one thing, Disney is, oddly enough, not run by the same kind of conservative people that Hasbro is. All due respect to folks like Vogel, who are awesome. It's the other part of Hasbro that's a pain in the butt. So Disney, on the other hand, doesn't have these kind of reservations. It's a very progressive company, and their creative output has been great, especially since they bought Pixar. And I'd love to see My Little Pony in the same corporate family with, Marvel.
So we could get, Disney Infinity figures of Princess Celestia so they can team up with Rocket Raccoon and Mr. Incredible.
Or we can get an equestrian
In a word,
part of Magic
yes.
Kingdom.
Are you telling me you don't want the Celestia Rocket playset? I totally do.
Well, I'm just looking through their toy line right now just to figure out how much of Hasbro, like how much of the stuff that they do, would they have? Because if you technically if you do that, it's kind of like a cascade. Because if you have Hasbro be purchased by Disney, Hasbro is doing the Star Wars figures right now. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so there is at least a little bit of collaboration with those right now. But then you would have to imagine that if they did that, then IDW would no longer get the comics. That would go to a division inside of Marvel.
Oh, there is that. I hadn't thought about that.
So would this make Twilight Sparkle officially a Disney princess?
Yes, there would be 4 more Disney princesses added to the roster.
And more to come, M.A. Larson.
You know that he loves that joke now. He's totally decided to embrace it and not kill anyone who keeps going on about it.
There was a period of time where he seemed like he was about ready to throttle anyone. There's more to me than doing
ready
that.
To throttle somebody is what I think.
Well, he did wear the badge I made for him at Nightmare Nights.
Well, it's not to say he doesn't have a sense of humor, but you can only bang on a particular drum so long before people say, dude, get a different drum.
Well, there is Mitch Larson, and then there was the other badge, Mitch Coronated Bitch Larson. And he had both.
Well, like I said, the guy does have a sense of humor. I mean, what was it? We had Eiley Monty and Nowacking up on the stage during our opening ceremonies this past April, and it was like, we had Alicorn Princess DJ Pone 3, and there's Jesse Nowak saying, yeah, these wings, man, there's this guy Larson just handing them out like candy. He thought it was funny.
I think at this point, it's like we're going on about it long enough, they're going to be like, all right, fine, I will not.
Actually, I think the new Larson joke is, buy my book.
Yes.
It is. He's going straight the critic on us.
Buy my book.
I wonder how many people in our audience even remember that.
The Critic was the best. Go watch The Critic.
Isn't it on Netflix?
I hope. I actually think it's hard to. Unfortunately, I know it's not out there, but I really want The Critic in Blu-ray quality. But I know it doesn't exist. I know that that's just one of those TV shows that they're just like, why would we ever need to keep this, the high quality version of this? Oh God, it's multiple times in the chat. Just somebody take that and Photoshop Mitch's face on top of it and send it to him. He will, and see if you can just change.
You'd have to do
change the book.
A video editing program, but I think we could do it. It needs to happen.
Yeah. And change the book into the
Academy,
the Academy, and and he'll use that all the time.
Oh, he'd probably make that his Twitter icon.
Probably.
Apologies to anyone who's listening to the audio.
I mean, really, honestly, to think about it, you don't need to Photoshop it that much. You just throw a little more hair on the figure there, because he looks a lot like Larson with less hair. And
Larson would never wear that sweater vest, though.
He's far too classy.
It's true. Has Larson ever been seen at a con wearing anything but a T-shirt under an unbuttoned button-down?
No. Actually, I think that's merely his skin.
Larson has flannel skin?
It's been grafted onto him to hide the cybernetic body parts underneath, as part of my fan fiction that I wish to tell you about. All right, well, let's see. Let's hit up this last bit. So there may have been some pony in TV recently, and I don't mean an actual episode of the show, which, as we know, is really, really way too far off.
Yeah, I'm starting
Good.
to wonder if it's going to start back up before fucking Bab's gone. God damn it, I did it again.
You did it again!
Bleep me. Bleep me.
But the show still is. We're waiting on it. We're waiting on it to happen. But till then, some people went to BronyCon.
Some comic book men.
Some comic book men. Kevin Smith. This is how jealous Kevin Smith is of our show. He sends his friends to a pony convention because we spooked him off of the TV and movies channel.
Yeah, he had to go into comedy and entertainment.
Yeah, he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle us, bumping him around in the What's Hot. He's just like, a pony show? Get out of here. I
gotta go check out what these guys are all about.
I'm Kevin Smith. I'm doing a Batman podcast now.
It's actually a really good impression of Kevin Smith. That's how he
Is
sounds
it?
like in my head.
It really,
This is what Kevin Smith's like. What are you
I
talking
thought Kevin
about?
Smith had joined this podcast. It was a little uncanny.
This was
Hey,
weird.
this is
When did
Kevin
you get here?
Smith. How you doing? I'm doing. Hold on, I gotta go and take care of myself a little bit.
The Kevin did not himself go to BronyCon, but the dudes from the show Comic Book Men ended up at BronyCon. And yeah, these kind of things didn't. I mean, I won't say it went poorly, but it's like, why would you even allow this? Because the potential for it to go so bad.
Well, I mean, if you're BronyCon, and I can't presume to think for for Brockert or Josh Dean or any of those, or Fulner or any of those people, but getting mentioned on a show and getting actually like a whole episode devoted to you on a show that's watched by probably about 1 million people. That's a case of no PR is bad PR, especially considering that anyone with any vague sympathies is going to be like, oh, they treated them so bad.
And it wasn't even that.
No, it was just the one guy who was being a total dick.
Yeah,
and,
there was just the one guy.
and then
two
and then Kevin
of the
Smith
guys
was being
were-
a bit of a dick during the
Post show.
yeah, exactly. Which of course is his job. That he is the designated dick. That's what he
Mhm.
does. He's Kevin Smith. Anyone who doesn't
Yeah.
know this doesn't know Kevin Smith.
Yeah, but the two of the guys were like, "Yeah, my daughters love this stuff." And they knew Derpy. They knew.
Although they got
You know.
the story wrong.
They got the
Yeah.
story so totally wrong.
Those glaring inaccuracies that we're going to pick up on. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
it
they
turns
tried
out
to rename
Derpy-
her.
Yeah, telling people that Derpy has brain problems.
It's like, I was sitting here just doing that, and they were going to change her name to Ditsy Doo, and that's the reason I'm like, I made the hashtag. Oh! Oh!
it's like, great, now we got to go inform the nation.
Well, again, that dude at least meant well.
Right. Like, it may have been
He
wrong,
and
but
oh god, what was it? What's the young guy's name? The young Asian fellow whose name I don't know any of their names except Kevin Smith. Honestly, I just watched the one episode because it's like, oh, you have to see this.
Walt
the Bronies.
Flanagan
It's like,
is
oh,
one
God,
of them.
Really?
Walt Flanagan. I know of a Walt Flanagan. Yeah. But yeah.
Ming,
It
thank
was-
you, chat.
Ming. There you go.
It's
It
funny.
was-
I remember actually seeing these guys walking around the convention. Like, when they
That's-
weren't actually recording, they were just kind of browsing around.
And that was what I was wondering, because in their shot in the show, I can clearly see your booth.
Yeah,
They took
we
it
had our,
right
we had our
behind
5
you.
seconds of fame. Like, we're in a blurry corner of the shot for
I know.
about 6 seconds.
I know, and I was like, hey, look, I know those people. I should get them on the show to talk about it to find out if they were actually walking around with a camera or doing anything of note. Because in the episode, it seems like they go, hey, we're here at BronyCon. There's a lot of stuff here. Let's get on stage.
Well, it's funny because one of the crew members, like one of the I don't know, this is the guy who's in charge of handing out the releases and all that people sign. But they actually came by our booth earlier that day, and they were asking us like, hey, we're going to be recording the show, and they were asking us questions about like, okay, well, the merchandise that you sell, like, do you actually hold licenses and all that with with the characters and all? And it's like, I had to be honest, to be like, no, we don't actually have a license. So like, I'm starting to think that they were going to end up recording in front of our table, but since we didn't actually like have the legality to have our merchandise appear on television, that they kind of just they moved to the table that was on the opposite side of the wall,
which had
did
official
have
merch,
the official licenses, and they were selling
the
official
Aurora
merch.
plushies and whatnot.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny.
So that makes sense why at least we saw a little bit more of the why they chose that shot that was just like, this is very odd.
They're like, this doesn't show any of the fan art. It's just merch you could purchase at the store.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're just trying to keep themselves covered as far as that goes.
Yeah, quickly, let's just press as close to this table as we can and talk in hushed tones, because we can't move from this 6-foot square that we've set around ourselves.
Because otherwise they might see unlicensed stuff.
I had to laugh, though, because my wife, she works with some of the police officers because she's a dispatcher, and one of them loves the show Comic Book Men. And, of course, she's always bringing her stuff out to work, so the people that she works with are really familiar with what we do. And one of them called her up, like, the night that this episode aired, and was like, Amber, I just saw you on TV. And it was kind of surreal. It was just really funny. Because this person had no idea that they were even going to be doing a show on BronyCon, much less that, like, our table. And apparently Amber shows up in, like, as a silhouette in the shot to, like, maybe 1 second of footage. It was kind of funny. Just random.
I don't know. Somewhere AMC's lawyers are just cowering, going, no, Hasbro, no.
Every time the phone rings, they jump.
All of a sudden, did you see the news article on Monday? Hasbro buys AMC. oh no! Can get ready for your Walking Dead pony crossover that you've all been asking for.
And then they forced Kevin Smith and his crew to do Brony Men. Oh no. They're going to get in on our game, AC.
What are you talking about doing Pony Man? I was already planning on doing that.
Where did Kevin get the call again? I just keep doing that.
Me. Let me talk to you about the Edmonton Oilers. I really love Gretzky. Gretzky's the best.
Big buckets to win.
You should go check out my movie that's going to come up as Yoga Hosers. I've got it's going to be a really good cast, and also you should go see Tusk. It's really crazy. I've got a guy turns into a walrus. How screwed up is that?
I think this is all to do with Kevin Smith's personal body issues myself.
Yes, he would agree with you on that. It's like, look, I'm a fat man. What do you want?
Yep. Well, and he developed Jamie Heinemann's mustache, so,
Yep. All right, so that's the news for this week. Oh, yeah, and Sonic Boom is bad, so don't buy it.
I don't know. As far as the Comic Book Men thing was concerned, it was just like, it felt a bit like being on the geek version of the Howard Stern show,
You know what?
Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Not one bit.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's fine. What I thought that, wow, it's actually got a lower score than that terrible Sonic from years ago. Ouch.
Ooh, worse than Sonic 06.
Yep.
Those are big shoes.
Yeah, the hilarious thing about it is just the entire thing of just I'm happy. I'm just like, no, just fine. Just keep making crap. Just do it. Just do it. I don't care anymore. I'm fine. Yeah, cool. You put out another one. You know what? I'm pretty certain this new one you made is going to be bad. And that's what I expect out of you. I expect you, if you did something good, I'd be angry because you broke the streak. So there. Yeah, so. Anger enthused. All right, let's do some email. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we actually have a few of those this week.
We do. We could talk about emails. We could do your emails. Your emails can be sent to us at bronyville@gmail.com. His favorite part of the show, according to Brad Shoemaker. And I will go first, Sandy second. Sonia, if you would get third season. Do we have a fourth for Brian? No, I think we just got... Yeah, we just got 3, so we'll just do the 3.
Wow,
Sonya can hit.
that's a whole lot of email you get there.
Hey,
Bombcast@giantbomb.com. Send it
it's
in.
where you can send video game emails. Or send a pony emails, and they won't read them.
Yep.
Or
Pretty
you can
certain.
Post a picture of Boss Hog.
Or send us, send us an email about video games. We'll read that too.
Yeah.
I'm
that
not
works.
picky.
Ask us about video games.
Send us anything. Really, I don't care. Ask us.
We don't
ask
care
us about-
anymore.
No, we'll answer anything. We'll read you. I'll talk about business stuff, or I'll show you stuff around the apartment. I got a can of microwave cavity paint over there I could guess use. So, anyway, let me go ahead and read this. Hi, Cider and Sandy. I finally found your new podcast location on StreamUp. I can start listening to it live again instead of listening to the recordings, provided I don't have to sleep in due to the night job. It's a little late, but I had fun at Nightmare Nights last month. Best part was definitely the wedding ceremony. It was absolutely hilarious, especially with Rarity / Tabitha, I'll add, officiating it. Wanted to say hi to you, but I only saw you twice there and didn't get the chance to. I cosplayed Alice Cooper Friday. I remember you! You looked awesome! I remember that Alice Cooper. I was like, why is Alice Cooper here? That's pretty awesome, but why is Alice Cooper here? High School Shining Armor on Saturday and a new Lunar Republic pilot on Sunday. It's too early to tell, but hopefully I can make it next year's con. I'll be attending Midwest Brony Fest and possibly BronyCon also, so it would be a busy year for me. I've marked my first trip to Texas, and I have to give a shout out to Electrical Engineered, because he was my transportation to the con and my room share, he picked me up on the way down. Helped out a bit with his Tesla coil demonstration. Catch you on the live stream, Grey Wolf 71. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember you. Do you remember any of those costumes? I definitely remembered going like, "There's an Alice Cooper here." That's different.
The con for me is kind of a blur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't expect Sandy to remember anything.
I do hear that it went pretty well.
Okay.
I was physically present for it, but I don't actually remember most of it.
There was just a week.
If you remember it, you weren't really there.
There was about a week period time from Tuesday to Tuesday where you just looked at the calendar, turned back, looked back, and it was gone. It's like, what? What? Did the con happen? Oh yeah, it happened.
And then everyone's talking to you like they had a really good time, and it's just really confusing.
You're like, oh, well, that's great to hear.
Yeah, I think I lost all of April myself, which is like, what? Huh?
Yeah, Graham, just so you know, he's saying he wishes StreamUp had archiving. I actually am saving the episodes, so those should be going up on YouTube whenever I decide to publish them. You just gotta poke me. Poke me on Twitter. Be like, hey, I actually watched these. Even though they look like they have 13 views or something. I think those are make-believe. Look at how many people. There's 62 of you on right now. Not one of you subscribe to YouTube, the Bronyville channel. Bronyville channel on YouTube. You should go subscribe to the Bronyville channel on YouTube.
Hey, Apple Cider, is there a Bronyville channel on
There's a
YouTube?
Bronyville channel on YouTube.
On YouTube, you say?
On YouTube.
What's
Not
the
on-
channel called again?
It's
should-
Bronyville.
Actually, put that in our document.
On YouTube. Not on YouTube. We could put it on YouTube, but we need to put it on the document that we talk about it, about YouTube.
I actually, somebody did note the other day that we had our document still mentioned Studio B and the Hub. So I've had to go and update the show note disclaimer, and I'm like,
Wow, you're right.
And I'm like, somebody read that?
Neither of those actually exist.
There's always the fact checker in the crowd.
I may remind you that the Hub and Studio B are both no longer exist. May you change that to DHX and Discovery Family, where you too can watch Catfish Hunters.
Yes.
I wish you can go watch People in the Bayou noodle. Woo!
Just stick your fist right down that fish's throat. Oh, yeah.
Goodbye, Hub. It was nice knowing you.
It used to happen.
Only on the
Oh,
hub. Yeah.
So the next email is really short. Does the podcast have a Facebook page?
No.
No.
But we do have a YouTube.
Yeah, we do have a YouTube page. You should totally follow us on YouTube.
Are you saying you guys have a YouTube page?
I think so. We should do more content like video gaming where we scream and make silly noises because apparently that makes you popular on YouTube.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2. 2020 mode. Let's do it.
5 more nights at Freddy's.
Die in 5 seconds or less.
You need that $120 paycheck.
I do have to admit. All right, so here's a challenge that here's something that I've been wanting to do. That if you want, go ahead and finish the email. I'll finish this up after it.
And also says, do you have any thoughts on coming up with a pony name for yourself? How did you choose yours?
I like
Correct.
drinking.
Mine is based upon a series of factors. I consulted the runes and decided, Sandy, that works.
And then it unfortunately coincided with a chairwoman for a convention that crashed and burned.
I was here first.
Yes, you were
first.
Yes, you were.
Do not speak, the Scottish con, as it were. For those of you who, those 3 of you out there who are like theater majors and get that reference.
I was gonna say there was Brony Scott. That happened, right?
No, that one's okay. It's just,
Yeah.
Scottish play.
I'll just remember it that we had a heist in Vegas, and which is kind of how it felt leaving that Sunday. It's just like we got out alive.
Pony's 11.
Just it's that end scene of Ocean's 11 where they're just driving away and there's the car tailing them. I feel like that's every day of my life. Like somewhere the Riviera is just following me around with 2 tough guys. Just be like, hey, we got to get some more money out of this Brony guy.
Was there a Brony guy? Brony guy?
But I will tell you. So here's a little thing. We do have the donation over on BronyShow.com, BronyvillePodcast.com on the side. Everyone that has been listening to the show for a while knows that I have a history with my with Sonic, and I've been thinking about live streaming me playing every of the standard games, starting at 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, Adventure 2, Hero Shadow, all those that come
06.
after it.
And then like the slow downward
06.
spiral into insanity.
Yes, and then just watching me as I go like, and I've got to beat them. I've got to beat them. That is the stipulation. I won't super them. I just want to beat them, but no chaotics, no mean bean machine, no 3D blast. Maybe see 3D blast was terrible.
It was so bad.
3D blast was terrible. No Sonic EXE. I know what you're getting at, Paper Pony.
Bad influences.
Maybe. But we'll see. So if you donate across to that this week, that will go into the You Are Mean to Apple Cider Fund. I am going to buy Sonic games and then stream them fun and put them up on YouTube. So if you really want to hurt me, I'm looking at you, Rusty. And I'll tell you, Rusty, I beat Spinball, all right? I know that in my heart of hearts. I don't need to do it again. I've beaten it. I don't need to do it again. Ugh. Stupid 3 levels. Have to jump up and bump into them with the pinball game. Ugh. Anyway, I have some problems, and I'll work through them, and then I'll end up working into more problems by playing more games. So if you really want, it really is the too many cooks of games. It is. It's the too many cooks. It starts off, and you think it's really neat and novel, and then they keep going, and they keep adding stuff to it, and you go, okay, well, I'm not so sure. And then all of a sudden, they've got guns, and you're going, what? And then all of a sudden they start all of a sudden he's a knight and like the round table. What?
And now you're in space.
And
now she
now-
has
yeah, you're in
now he has a girlfriend. And
Oh God.
what?
He's a human.
Ah, it's gross.
Oh,
hey,
man.
look it. Hey, look, we've got a page. Oh, hey, Starry just made us a
I didn't.
oh, I guess somebody else made us a Facebook page.
Back in 2011.
Really?
Yeah.
We have a Facebook page.
When the hell did that happen?
2011.
Yeah, we got a Facebook page.
It's a community.
It's a community page. You can follow us on Facebook, I guess. I didn't know.
Hey, somebody put that link into the chat, baby.
Yeah, go ahead. Starry or someone, drop that in the chat. You can follow us on Facebook. I have no clue about this. So, yeah, you can go do that. How did I choose yours? I chose apple cider because I do like making drinks, and I'm actually making hard apple cider, in the kitchen right now. And I chose red because of another character I had, and I chose an earth pony because I wasn't thinking. I just kind of didn't there's not a lot of earth ponies in the show. Sure, I'll go grab those. And then I find out everyone else in the world's just like, oh, Pegasus, I'm a unicorn. How do you do anything? And I'm like, you're right, that was a bad choice. Oh, well.
Clearly, Alicorn was the only right choice.
Right, we could have just made one
Well,
for the show.
But you only went with red. You should have thrown the black in there. You forgot the bat wings. And the
Well, actually, he
fangs.
has a backpack of metal wings that he uses to fly.
Oh, there you go.
You know, and he actually is an alicorn, but he's an alicorn of shadow, and the horn only appears at midnight.
Oh, Cider.
OC, do not steal.
Absolutely. All right, Sonia, if you could grab this last one by Hydrus Beta.
Oh, you want me to read it?
Yes, read it.
Okay.
Roll.
Howdy, AC and Chef Sandy. I just wanted to say thank you for creating such a wonderful show. It's taken me a year and a half since I started listening to Bronyville, and I finally caught up with every single episode. Your show has been a great source of entertainment, news, and thought-provoking discussion while I labor away on fan art in the evenings. I've always resented that I didn't discover the Brony fandom sooner, joining around August of 2012, but your podcast has always been a great help for catching up on all the highlights of the early history that I missed out on. I'm looking forward to more episodes of Bronyville, as well as Fandom Unlimited. Best regards from your faithful listener, Hydras Beta.
I wonder how many
why I
hours.
did that, but I just did.
Wonder how many hours of footage that is. Do you guys have metrics on that? From like episode 1 to now.
Jesus.
I did some like really dirty math and put that figured out that if it was 150 episodes plus the tabletops we've done and everything, if you started episode 1 and started listening all the way through, it's roughly a month of audio.
Well,
Rough.
you know,
That's a lot of audio.
It is.
we are talking about bronies. They do have entirely too much free time during the hiatus.
I am curious. I have to wonder for every 22 minutes. So there's what we ended with 96 episodes.
I believe that is correct. No, 93.
Well,
Not
it was
co-worth.
it was funny because like I first met you guys at Nightmare Nights 2013, and I never really had a chance to watch the live show because of work schedules, and so I would have you on my iPod pretty much, and I'd be listening to the show all the time there. And I didn't recognize you, AC, until I heard you speak, and I was like, I know that voice.
He's in my head. Oh God, he's around me. He's in meat space. Oh no. He's in person. It's not just an analogous weird voice just floating through the void, infecting my brain with every single. People in the chat, what was your like? If you had to guess, what episode did you join in on? Like, what was your first Bronyville episode? I'm wondering who's the old man, in the chat, or old mare. Let's not be. You know. Scope has no idea. He joined last week. Rusty joined at 7. Graham joined at 1. Ooh.
He's in here for the long haul.
He's the gray muzzleist of all.
So like, what is that rule? Like, never listen to a podcast's first episode.
Oh, yeah. Don't.
It's the
one of those
worst.
things, and it's like I went back and listened to episode 1 before starting to the current one. I'm like, no.
Every first episode is just like, and then we start, hey, how's it going? Boom. We're putting this bumper of stuff we thought was fun, but
like,
it's
wow.
really...
These guys are random.
Pony.
Yeah, but back then it was one of those things where it's just like, oh yeah, but there's nothing else to talk about, so you're just so excited, just like, I've got to hit this button and listen to it now. I'll
It makes a
accept
fart
anything.
noise.
Really?
Well, shoot, it was this podcast that actually caught me up on the history of the fandom, like retrospectively, because I dropped in during the season 2 to 3 hiatus, so it was this podcast that caught me up on all the events and the goings-ons.
Jer Bear liked our earlier episodes when we were full of energy and loved the show. None of this ride never ends stuff, but the ride never ends stuff is so fun. And I think we're full of it. I think what we're going to do recently with the tabletops and moving the show to every other, like half of it is just the fact there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to be excited about when it's just like, hey guys, it's July and we're here, we're present.
We're still alive. Hey, remember that pony show that ended last year? It's been 14 months, and every convention but Nightmare Nights and BabsCon have shut down. Except for BronyCon, which is expecting 5 attendees in the entire center.
No, you guys just like do it in the style.
Be nice.
Do it in the style of like one of those audio dramas where it's like day 125, and there are no survivors. I don't know, that kind
None
of
were
thing.
spared, not even the Phillies.
You were supposed to be the one, Sandy.
Yeah, we're the
chosen one. We have brought balance to the horse fandom. There's only 2 of us left.
Bring balance to the horse.
And then one of you had to die. Now.
And then J.J. Abrams took over My Little Pony and is now producing the new movie.
That
Oh, wait,
doesn't
no.
sound too bad.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on J.J. Abrams. I'm a longtime lostie, so I just want to throttle that man.
Do you? Why
Well,
do you
that's
want
what
to
the post
throttle
show's
that man?
for?
Oh, so many reasons. So many reasons. Actually, he's been responsible for, for putting really bad people in charge of shows I've really, really liked for many years now. And you notice he just starts the shows, right? He just starts them, and then he walks away.
He does. He just
It's true.
makes.
He did that with Alias, he did that with Lost, he did that with Fringe. Now, mind you, these are all good shows, but... Anyway, I'm just... And then, of course, he puts way too many lens flares into Star Trek.
Did he? He put R2-D2 in it. They are officially canon together. So let's see. I am just trying to check because we're getting close to the one cool thing. We didn't get any donations or listings on iTunes, did we, Sandy?
Nope.
No.
We haven't gotten a new review or anything on iTunes in a while.
Have you guys forgotten us? Even
don't-
Five Iron has.
Yep.
Even Five Iron has ignored us. He no longer likes us.
No, see, they're happy because they're taking over us in the What's Hot. I can't find us, but they're in like the 40s. They've taken over, man. They've taken over.
Well, let me go ahead. This seems like it's pretty cool, so I'm going to go ahead and add that in because it's one cool thing time. It's time for us to give you one really awesome thing that you should go check out. And somebody was mentioning pre-show about Shapeways, so I was like, hey, what's going on Shapeways? That seems like it's interesting. And turns out I can't copy and paste anything right now because that's really weird. And then I click here, and then I paste, and then it don't paste.
Well,
Don't let me paste. I can't even control V. What's going up with that?
you're-
Tell you what, I'll put it in the chat and you guys can do it. There's a link. I think it should go across at some point. But yeah, I found this Shapeways. So it looks like Shapeways. So ages back, we had the entire like derpy pony thing that was out there that everyone really liked, and then it got taken down because you can't have that My Little Pony. You can't have that My Little Pony thing out there. These are gorgeous looking, sandblasted 3D models, and you can't have those. They look too good. But then, looks like Shapeways has opened up their own little thing of, hey, this is super fan art. This is licensed. You can actually get it. So if you want to get all sorts of crazy stuff like custom, hey, look, there's a custom Spitfire. I can't imagine anyone that would be absolutely insane for a custom Spitfire Zyro. Let me see if I can get this. I'm trying to get it so that we'll actually post inside of here. Shapeways My Little Pony. That's right. Oh, there it is.
You got
Second
beat
link.
the punch there.
Did I? Good. I actually posted. Or mine posted late. That was weird. Okay. But yeah, you can see the listing there. You got an AJ bucking trees. You've got Blue Flu Discord. You've got Rarity dramaing on her drama couch.
I kind of want that one, actually.
You got some really good ones.
That one's really good. There's also a Commander Easy Glider Twilight.
Yeah.
It's 14 centimeters. The 4 centimeter difference in size is like $60.
Massive difference in price.
Is that just a bad photo of Fluttershy, or are her eyes like pure black?
Jeesh.
I think it's just that artist.
I think I see the one you mean.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, but the Pinkie Pie's really.
Whoa! Eyes are so big.
Yes.
Doesn't look so bad this way, but then ooh. This is great for the audio podcast. Go check it out. Here's somebody's model of Nightmare Moon taking over Luna. Not all of them can be winners.
Yeah. Not all of them, but most of them are pretty cool.
But hey, check out that vinyl scratch. That's pretty good. The only thing I'll say about some of these is that you do have to think about how, whenever you're purchasing some of these, you may need to think about how easily... So these things are not particularly... sturdy is not the word I want to use, but not particularly...
Durable,
right. So something like this Luna or this Celestia looks great, but you always have to be worried that this is not going to get moved around a lot because that hair could just straight snap off. Because this is just colored blasted, colored blasted sand, more or less. This is, in this particular form, is sand.
Sandstone. Sandstone is not sand. Let's be a little.
Okay, sandstone. Okay. Yeah, they got plenty of stuff out here now. Got some Aviator, Commander Twilights. Get all your crazy. There's a Princess Celestia that looks a lot like a Cadence. But yeah, you can go check that out. That's over on Shapeways now. So if you want to spend some money getting yourself some custom horse, I think I found a place that you can get yourself some custom horse. Hey, look, you can even add a Lord Tyrek tier set, just in case you wanna.
That's
Are you
a pretty
not
good figure,
entertained?
actually.
Yep.
The thing
So
is,
go check.
they're just tiny.
Oh yeah, they're small.
Except for the
There should
ones
be
that
an
aren't.
asterisk there. This is like not to scale.
Well, it's true. Well, and the ones that are big cost quite a bit.
Yeah, here's a 90 millimeter tall Ponyville house. It's not loading for some reason.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, and
So-
then it broke.
My one cool thing at the moment is Rare Jack Daily. It is a Tumblr. It's a daily art blog by the artist White Diamonds, and they have been producing art once a day for quite a ways. They've been doing daily art for holy crap, that's a lot of pictures. Since September 13th. It is a new picture every day of Rarity and Applejack interacting as they ought to. It's all very cute, and White Diamonds has a really good style. It's cute ponies, cute things, and it's a daily art thingy.
See, like I'm not huge on shipping, but this sort of thing is adorable.
I mean, it's just the
It's
two
shippy
characters.
without being like over shippy. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not like we're in a relationship. You know, like there's nothing. I don't even think there's anything like kissy or anything like that. It's just kind of adorable.
Yeah, just slice of life cuteness.
Mm-hmm. So,
I love that because I've been looking forward to these too because I actually stumbled across this blog when I was browsing Reddit because they get posted up on there pretty often, and yeah, that's how I found out about this one too. So I've been following it. It's really cute, and the art is just delightful. So
is Applejack here dressed as Golden Gates or Apple Bloom? I mean, 'cause look at that coloration. I'm just saying.
Oh gosh, I remember a while back one of the god awful spaghetti hair plushes. Right after there was like a Rainbow Power Fluttershy spaghetti mane that looked almost exactly like Golden Gates. It was actually kind of freaky. Now I actually have to go to my damn Twitter feed and or the BabsCon Twitter feed and find that thing.
You do. All right, let's see. Let's drop over here. Sonia doesn't have anything, but what's this, Mitch?
this is our artist friend, who is also responsible for the Fluttershy of the before mentioned charity set that we did for BronyCon. Jaded Jinx. She's a wonderful artist. We actually met her at BronyCon 2013, and we have been best friends since. So I wanted to plug her art because she's really good. She does a webcomic, and I think you all should follow her.
I'm going to hit the gallery. That way people on the stream can see the gallery. There you go.
I do have one cool thing. If we're going to plug an artist, I have an artist that needs plug-in. I have several, actually, but one of whom in our art department is she just doesn't get the credit she deserves, in my humble estimation.
All right, who would that be?
She goes by Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Oh boy, how do I spell that?
Hang on, I'm going to pull up. I'm going to get her Deviant art up. 1 second. She is pretty fantastic. She was just recently. She was the final winner of the current We Love Fine My Little Pony design contest, which is actually
all right. Have that there. So let's hit up the gallery. Take a look here.
Yeah, like I said, her stuff is amazing, and we have one of seriously our current art department is quite possibly the most amazing bunch of all-stars ever gathered for My Little Pony Con art department. It's kind of nuts.
Mm-hmm. I see a DJ Horse. Certainly is. Skyfer, the executive producer, is being called by Jewel Score. She's the one that did the that picture for Living Tombstone of the creepy Luna face.
Yeah, that was her too.
Oh my, and a Brayburn. And a Somber Horse. So yeah, you can go check that out. Slifertheskydragon.deviantart.com.
It's in the show notes.
It is. You can do that. You can find the show notes over at BronyShow.com and BronyvillePodcast.com. We've got a YouTube, by the way. We've also got a Facebook, by the way. One of those was completely unknown to me. Yeah, it's true. And with that, you know what? We're at the end of the show.
What?
This is where the show ends.
No.
We chop it off here. We chop it off here. It's like can your pet. We just chop it off here. So Mitch got that one. So yeah, we can we'll go ahead and do this next week. We're going to do a tabletop episode with Roger Marsh, and we'll bring some friends on. It's going to be me and Sandy, but we'll also be bringing in some other friends to help us out. We're going to have more individuals that will be helping for the tabletop, so that will be very fun. But first, let me go ahead and thank Sonia. Thank you very much for dropping your BabsCon knowledge.
Boom, baby. You're welcome.
Boom.
Happy to be here.
Mitch, thank you for coming on, talking, AMC stuff, and as well as just being awesome with all your shadow boxes.
Well, thank you for having us on again. Definitely.
Cool. Always great to have you both. Sandy, you're the Thunderbringer.
You can count on me.
And I love all you fans. Love all you people in the chat right now, and also the people listening that get the iTunes podcast episode. However you get this, I'm glad that you listen. I'm glad that you like the episode.
Rusty.
I'll be happy.
Clearly, this is the "I love you, man" part of the podcast.
It is. This is where I tell them how cool they are.
Go home, Apple Cider. You're drunk.
This is where I say you can go BronyShow.com or BronyvillePodcast.com. You can email us anything you want. Well, I mean, within reason that you want us to read on the show at Bronyville@gmail.com. We are on StreamUp.com right now, and we'll be on Saturdays or Sundays at noon Pacific time. That would be 3 p.m. Eastern. iTunes reviews, we do love them, and we need some more. How are we ever going to keep Kevin Smith at bay? He could come back at any moment and try and challenge us for the throne, and we can't let that happen. You can listen to the show on Celestia Radio every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC, or Ponyville FM at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, and 10 p.m. UTC. My Twitter account is at Bronyville.
Mine's at Chef Sandy.
I am part of the Bronies of Northern California.
And Brony's North Texas over here.
And hey, that BabsCon's going to be a con, ain't it?
Yep. That's the next thing on the list.
It sure is. Hey, and we got a YouTube. You can go follow us on YouTube and Facebook, I guess. Sure can.
Yeah, that Facebook hasn't seen any activity since like 2012, so it's going to pop up and someone's going to be like, what's going on? Help.
Oh, God, they know about us? Wow, that's amazing. This is crazy. It's just full of 5 more people joined. It's great. We can all talk about the episode. Woo! Anyway, that'll take care of us for episode 155. We will be back next week. Same pony time, same pony place for pony top table toppage. And you know what? Till then, sleep well, every pony.
Adios.
Later.
Bye.
Gotta hit that button. I swear to God.
She'll never take none. She looks so serious, but she's still having fun. She wins them all, she's on top of her game. Competitors disappear, no one remains. She'll leave you crying in a trail of smoke. She'll leave them laughing, you're the butt of a joke. But don't be angry when she steals first place. You should've known better than to get in the race. The smoke clears, and then the crowd cheers. If you're gonna have a shot, you better give it all you got. Don't complain about the flames, you know she likes it hot. Just a matter of time before she takes you down. That's just what happens when the Spitfire's in town. There's just no beating the best around. No. The storm's coming, so you better run and hide. She's out for blood and she won't be denied. For a third second, just